Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everyone, whichever time zone you are at, or whichever celestial body you're on. And welcome to the closing ceremony of the first ever 2-time zone Southern Hemisphere Space Studies program. My name is Göktuğ Karacaloğlu. I'm the director of the SHSSP, and it is my great pleasure today to accompany you witnessing this special event from the SHSSP Mission Operations Center located at the ISU Central Campus in Strasbourg, France. As many of you hopefully followed, we had started this journey 5 weeks ago, where our 33 hand-picked participants, representing 11 nationalities, have been virtually launched to their 3 space habitats: on Earth, on the Moon, and on Mars. During this 5-week duration, each of our crew members was only virtually connected to the rest of the team, and all have been operating on different time zones. The crew altogether was tasked to work on a single team project, which required them to explore how space can help in the prediction, mitigation, and communication of bushfires. Here at the SHSSP Mission Operations Center, we have tried our best to support our participants with many supplementary activities. Starting with the program onboarding back in mid-January, we have delivered 40 daily seminars, 30 hours of interactive workshops, and over 80 hours of mentorship sessions. We also had 75 hours of project working time. That is, we have generated close to 150 hours of academic and professional content in the context of SHSSP21. So, in regards to our subject matter experts, SHSSP21 brought over 50 top-level specialists from over 25 countries together to share their experience with our crew members. As part of this prestigious cohort, we had the honor of hosting 4 astronauts, Mike Fink and Mike Barrett from the US, Reinhold Ewald from Germany, and Takuya Onichi from Japan. Our distinguished guests also included Jim Green, Omar Hatamleh, John Connolly, and Charlie Lineweaver, and many other leaders of the global space community. But the academic activities were not all. Similar to any other space mission, we have asked our crew members to conduct many non-academic tasks, such as, you name it, physical exercise, drawing, sculpting, performing music, poetry, calligraphy, origami, sand art, and many others, to successfully complete their program. We also organized many social events where our crew members tested their negotiation skills. For example, during a space debate, they baked scones together and participated in the traditional Little Apple Dance Challenge. As the program director, it has always been an indescribable feeling for me to meet lots of strangers, if I may call them, who are enthusiastic about space at the beginning of each summer, northern or southern, and then watch them as they interact, share, work, struggle, support each other, get frustrated, get tired, and motivate each other at the end, and become really, really good friends at the end of the program. The level of interaction and immersivity, of course, changes according to each person's willingness to, listen and learn from others. But with so many different backgrounds, different cultures, different languages, different lives, in the background behind this, virtual backgrounds, I always find it fascinating to see how much can happen and change in just 5 weeks. Unfortunately, this 5-week journey has to come to an end, is now over, and our participants are changing their orbit, as we call it. However, as we always call it, today is actually the beginning of their journey as part of their new ISU family. So, at this point, I would like to hand it over to one of our distinguished guests who is with us at the moment to address the class of SHSSP21 and our audience. Professor Marnie Hughes-Warrington, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research and Enterprise of University of South Australia. Marnie, thank you very much for joining us today. It's been 5 weeks last time we see you, and the floor is all yours.
Thank you, G2, and you're just as lively as you were when we started the course, so I think it's absolutely wonderful to see you again, and Addie and everybody here. You all have these fabulous interplanetary backdrops, and you can just see my studies, so I feel a little that I maybe not studied hard enough in this. I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge that I'm standing on the country of the Kaurna people of the Adelaide Plains of South Australia. And as we say here, Nina Mani, Mani Ai, how you going? I'm going well. We recognise the heritage, the belief and the relationship of the land of the Kaurna people, and we acknowledge the importance of that land to the Kaurna people today. I also extend my respectful wishes and honour to Aboriginal peoples from all areas of South Australia, and all First Nations people that may be connected to all the students studying in this course at the moment. Now, I understand the program is very demanding, and in fact, I understand that very well because I sat in on the session on light with Jim Green and learnt a thing or two and actually got most of the questions right in the quiz, so I was pretty pleased about that. It was great fun and really very demanding. It consumed for some of you every waking moment because some of you were having to get up very early in the morning and some of you had to be night owls and come out late at night. The program was delivered across 2 time zones, as you know, and that added a lot of confusion, but you made it. And that was complicated because some of you also elected to undertake the program in a time zone different to your very own. And so we really appreciate the fact that you've actually had to turn your timetable upside down in order to join us. Think of it as kind of floating through gravity in space, but it was an amazing experience, and I really want to express my gratitude to all the effort that you brought to the class despite the time zone. You all looked very bright, very alert, and as I say, you did well in that class that I attended. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it exceeded your expectations. It's a really amazing program. It's unique. Nothing quite like it in the world, and that's quite special. And as G2 mentioned, there were lots of things that went aside the course, and that's what makes a really good course. Not just the content, but people being really, really generous with their time, extracurriculum activities, cultural activities, and this very intriguing little apple dance, which I think I need to learn very much more about. Sounds very, very exciting. Now, the program had a couple of firsts in it, which were important. Delivering it online, which we here are. This is the world that we live in, and it's pretty impressive that you managed to turn to this delivery so quickly. And it was delivered in these 2 time zones. Now, this program is a really important part of the University of South Australia's commitment to the space industry. As I said to you when I opened the program, I'm pretty excited because I have a space accelerator in my portfolio. So there's 9 space startups that are working in my portfolio, including one from India, one from Canada. Across the world, they come to UniSA so that they can advance their ideas in the space industry. And we'll announce very shortly the new space firms that are coming into the accelerator. So we're going to go into the double digits. And this follows on from our commitment to space industry that's been around for quite a long time. And I can give you a couple of examples of the things that we're doing at the moment. We're pretty interested, for instance, in low orbit IoT CubeSats, and really interested in how these work, particularly in busy IoT environments and remote sensing across very, very busy environments. So we've got a project that's being led by the SmartSat CRC, the Cooperative Research Centre, which span out of UniSA, by Andy Koronius. And that's going to feature IoT technology developed by another UniSA spin out, Myriota, which this past year raised just under $29 million in a Series B raise. So it's pretty impressive that they posted that result last year. The mission is to provide opportunities for small startup companies to use the ongoing data captured by the satellite to develop analytics applications for government and commercial use. And it's the SHSSP21 Space Services mission. It's going to position South Australia to play an even greater role in national initiatives like water quality monitoring, bushfire mitigation, and actually tracking over space. UniSA will also head the research in other areas of space in 2021. We've done really, really well in the latest round of South Australian Defence Innovation Partnership grants. So, for instance, Camille Zuba, who does great work on changing the colour of objects, he's got glass plates that he can get to change colours. He's doing some work with the Defence Science Technology Group and industry on optics for small satellites. And Craig Priest, Associate Professor Craig Priest, is developing satellite systems that respond to adverse events. And that's really important because space, as you will have learned, is not just a place of light, but also a place of turbulence. And as we're discovering more and more, a place of space junk. So you've got to figure out how to get your stuff to stay up there, how to make sure you get the signals working really, really well. Now, these grants for us are just testimony of the commitment that we're making to growing space industry capability and space industry objects. We really want to position Australia and the Australian Space Agency as absolutely on the cutting edge, recognising how many people are going to need to be employed in the space industry in future. It's pretty exciting for us, but the great thing is too that space research applies across other areas. So things that we do with IoT, CubeSats, for instance, we've been applying those practices and those ideas to our consumer services research. And that's interesting to people that run, for instance, banks, right through to supermarkets, right through to people that are wanting to track trucks and things that carry goods from agribusiness. It's a pretty exciting place. So when you say to people, I really like space, I support space, they get really excited about it. But I always like to remind people that space is a big concept and it's helping us not just to reach further into the future and deep into space, but space is helping us to manage the economy and society that we live in right now. So getting behind that, you as participants in the space program, you're not only investing in yourself in a future industry, you're actually investing in the skills that you need to be important in industry and society right now. I hope that you feel that you've gained knowledge that's going to be useful today as well as tomorrow. But I also hope that you've met a lot of other space enthusiasts, people who are deeply passionate about space. And when I zoomed in, I saw people from law, from, different backgrounds, industry backgrounds, from the humanities, from physics. It was actually delightful to see how much capability there was in the room. And I'm sure that you learned a lot from one another because of that background. And I want to acknowledge too the generosity of organisations like NASA, ESA, JAXA, the ISU, and the UniSA faculty that contributed to the teaching. It's been sensational, absolutely world-class expertise teaching in the program, helping you to become, really those mission leaders, not only in the future but today. So this was the 10th SHSSP. Expressing our commitment to the memorandum between UniSA and the ISU. And this is a partnership that we, of course, are committed to, not only in the short term, but it's very exciting to us in the long term. None of this would have been possible without you as the students participating, bringing your very best from around the world. But I also want to acknowledge the program team who've put in a huge amount of work to make this happen. I want to acknowledge the UniSA staff here in Adelaide, the staff from the ISU based in Strasbourg, as well as teaching associates, the team project chairs from all over the world. It would not have been possible without you. So GT, just huge gratitude to you, to everybody involved. It's been an exciting ride and I cannot wait to watch and see what you all do in the space industry, not only in future, but tomorrow.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Varney. Actually, I mean, you had such a great summary of, why we do this in the end. So it's not about, how we do it. It happens, but why we do it is really important. And it's a great pleasure to, touch more and more lives every single year. And also, it's great to hear the amazing projects that you mentioned that you're running there at the University of South Australia. So definitely we are looking forward on behalf of ISU, I can say, to our ongoing and upcoming collaborations and working with you in the years to come on these very, very exciting projects in the space domain. So thank you very much, Marnie, once again for hosting us, even virtually, this southern summer. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so now I would like to invite Mr. Juan de Dalmau, the president of the International Space University, to address the class of SHSSP21 and our audience watching online. Juan, over to you.
Thank you, Director Göktuğ, and thank you, Professor Marnie Hughes Warrington. I would like to show my solidarity with you, Marnie, by not using the official background. And what has happened is that my computer decided to collapse today, so I'm connected to you with the smartphone. We're lucky to have technology, as we all know. And I have really been impressed by the team project presentation, like we have all, and by the demonstration of this class to really tell a story and to touch people with a very strong message. Congratulations. Congratulations to your team, Marnie at UniSA, Brenton Dancy, AD James, Amanda, Hannah, the whole IT team, very important. And I'm sure that most of us were watching a few hours ago the landing of Perseverance on Mars. A great example of space for exploration, space for science, and space for inspiration. That was a great soft landing, and we could see the first pictures. But down here, during the past 5 weeks, this class of SHSSP21 has been looking at space for people on Earth and how space can help humanity solve some of the challenges that we have down here. It has been mentioned during the TP presentation today that there was a team project conducted by another class a few months ago that tackled space and pandemics and how space technologies and space solutions can help us be better prepared for the next pandemic. And today we have heard the key concepts of predict, communicate, and mitigate. Really wonderful presentation. I'm sure it will be put online if it's not already there, and that thousands of people will watch it. So your audience will only grow. As you might know, the class of the ISU Masters here in Strasbourg is currently dealing with 2 team projects. One is about a space medical center, looking very much at telemedicine solutions that obviously can have and are having many applications here on Earth. And another team project is being tackled about space and the challenge of plastics in the oceans. You can see that there are many challenges here on Earth where space plays a role. Looking a bit further into the future, the upcoming Space Studies program next July and August will deal with a number of team projects, and one of them is advanced agriculture and nutrition for long-term space missions. And now that you have learned about the importance of technology transfer from space to Earth applications, you can already start imagining how the technologies and the advances for long-term space missions can help also agriculture and nutrition here on Earth. And this has been mentioned by Marnie. I think we've been privileged to have all these experts and coaches and mentors who have spent their time with the participants. You probably know by now that the vast majority of these people come and share their knowledge and spend their time with us on a purely voluntary basis. They do it because they believe in it. They don't look for a compensation. And I would like to congratulate this class also on another thing they have done, another thing you have done, which is the effort you have all put into drafting the self-reflection letters, the self-reflection reports. Most of you have addressed to your sponsor or your employer. And as you know, your current sponsor could be your future employer. And the bad news about your self-reflection reports is that you can already start changing them. I'm sure that more than one of you, during the TP presentation and during the Q&A session and during the speech of Professor Marnie Hughes-Warrington, you're already thinking, maybe I could have put this in my letter. So I can anticipate that this will keep happening to you in the next weeks, the next months, the next years. Every time you will meet a space professional, thanks to the networks of the University of South Australia and of the International Space University, you will say, I didn't know when I was writing my self-reflection report, I didn't know that this network would be so powerful and so effective. Every time you will meet a like-minded space enthusiast who wants to use space for the benefit of humanity on Earth, because you will discuss a new project, a new startup company. Congratulations, Marnie and your team, for the Space Accelerator. I hope you can soon visit ISU's Central Campus, where we started a bit later with an incubator. And there are currently not 9, but 6 startups. So we're slowly getting there. And I would love to see exchanges between the accelerators. So every time you will embark on a new collaboration or find a job through these professional networks, you will think back to your letter. So keep it and keep updating it. Maybe it will become a book. So with this, I would like to say that there are many, many people here and behind the scenes who will love to read your books, your biographies, your self-reflection letters. But even if you don't have time for that, at least keep your LinkedIn profile up to date. So that we can follow up and stay in touch with you. And this includes all of us in the staff, many hardworking people, all the teaching associates and the IT team on both universities. Great job. The faculty who has spent incredible efforts, the TP chair and everyone involved in the program. Congratulations. And please stay in touch and keep listening to G2 as the moderator and brilliant master of ceremonies. Back to you, Göktuğ.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Juan. I can just echo actually what you have been covering also. Very recently we were counting how many startups from ISU had appeared in the recent recent 20 years, and we counted more than 100. We are still counting, so I'm more than sure that out of the SHSSP21 we will add to this list as well. Very much looking forward to these new names. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, as an ISU tradition, the SHSSP class selects one of its members to tell the story of their 5-week journey, from their perspective. So this year, our class has honored Zandria Farrell for this prestigious role. So, Zandria, on behalf of the class of SHSSP21, the floor is all yours.
Thank you. Has already been mentioned, I've been nominated by my fellow participants to represent them tonight as this year's class speaker. So firstly, thank you for this opportunity to represent you. Hopefully I do you all proud. Post-team project submission, I was able to chat to my fellow participants around their experiences, and it is unlikely to come as a surprise that the overall feeling is that this program has been a true journey with outcomes that have exceeded our expectations. For many of us, the first time we heard about the International Space University's Southern Hemisphere Space Studies program, we understood the need for the acronym. But then we quickly realised that this 5-letter acronym represented a chance to learn and explore space topics, be taught by world-leading lecturers, and have an opportunity to acquire lifelong connections into the global space community during an intense and immense 5-week period. True to rumour, this program has been challenging, intense, thrilling, and basically awesome. Across the 33 participants from 11 countries, along with 11 coaches, 61 mentors, 31 staff, and 60 instructors, this program has allowed us to embrace the 3I philosophy of intercultural, interdisciplinary, and intergenerational. And because I personally think it's amazing, here's a sample of a few of the SHSSP21 cohort professions. We have meteorologists, aviation specialists, teachers, digital communicators, electronic engineers, humanitarians, and a surgeon. And randomly, it seems like we have an above average representation of scuba divers. I expect there are ISU alumni watching tonight who have lived the SHSSP experience, and whilst many of you can identify with the intensity of the program, what is different about this year's cohort is that we have never met as a group in the flesh. As you have heard tonight, this course was entirely an online experience. And before we launched into the program, there was slight trepidation among some of the participants about not being face-to-face. But we soon realised that the online experience created another memorable dimension. It is amazing to think that all the relationships, connections, inside jokes have been made possible by this online platform and the facilitation skills and lots of patience of everyone involved. I mean, without this format, we would not have seen our academic coordinator as a party potato, enjoyed a global online pub quiz, learned about the benefits of a good GIF, or that Zoom breakouts end far too quickly when you're trying to design a sustainable lunar habitat. Another aspect of this program, which you've heard, is that we were allocated into 3 smaller habitat groups, Moon, Mars, and Earth. And the allegiance to our habitats ran deep as we completed our weekly habitat challenges. And I'd love to share more about this element, but unfortunately, what happens in the habitats stays in the habitats, and moonlings forever. So as you've heard, this platform not only gave us immense joy and extracurricular fun, but it also supported the delivery of our amazing lectures. And although we would probably agree that being face-to-face with these world-leading experts would have been fantastic, the online experience definitely did not dampen the enthusiasm or engaging nature of their delivery. As Mike Barrett, NASA astronaut, said to us, this is an amazing crucible you are wallowing in. And boy, did we wallow. We dived into subjects such as electromagnetic spectrum, space law, space medicine, and the economy of the new space paradigm, to mention just a few. The calibre of each lecturer was out of this world, their enthusiasm infectious. They were generous with both their time and knowledge, making us all excited to learn more. It has been a true privilege to learn from the best, and we would do it all over again given the opportunity, but maybe after a little bit of sleep. And speaking of sleep, that brings us to the team project, and maybe, better phrase, lack of sleep. As you heard, the team project is a significant, important component of this program, and we've spent the last 2 weeks intensely researching and preparing for our submission. Upon reflection, it could be said that the team project is like many a space mission. Ideally, you'd like it to be straightforward, but most of the time, that's not how space works. Space is complex. You launch and you're on your way. You think you're on track, but then orbits of neighbouring objects impact your trajectory, so you make a correction. And then bam, a solar event occurs, forcing you to take action before your electronics get hammered by high energy particles. But in the end, you make it. You overcome the challenges and you are successful. Overall, the team project, the process was invaluable. Together, we explored our ability to cooperate and coordinate and combine multiple ideas and perspectives into a succinct and complete product. Like a space mission, it was a team effort. We had our objective, we persevered, we succeeded, and most importantly, we survived. And in acknowledging the intensity of the team project process, I also want to thank our personal support networks, the partners, parents, friends, children and employers who have not seen us much over the last 5 weeks. Thank you. And a special shout out to the babies that were born and for those participants that got married during this process. Hats off to everyone involved to making those events happen while we were learning about orbital velocity or exoplanets. We'd also like to extend our gratitude to ISU and UniSA faculties, the program and participant sponsors, coaches, mentors, team project chairs, and team project subject matter experts who made the last 5 weeks possible. This program has prepared us to become a part of the future space workforce, to approach it with an interdisciplinary mindset, which without doubt will make a real contribution to the global space community. Now to my fellow participants, what can I say? Whew. The last 5 weeks have been out of this world. There have been a lot of laughter, a few tears, mainly clown related, and depending on which hemisphere, some sweat. But we have experienced together and it has been incredible. And it may be sad and a bit strange to return to our normal lives after we have what we have experienced. But remember what we have gained. When we first came here together, we were strangers sharing one-page PowerPoint slides about our space journey. Look how far we've come. We now have the world. The universe at our fingertips. The main thing to know and to have confidence in is that wherever your path takes you, and whether it's planned or unplanned, these past 5 weeks will contribute to your experiences and knowledge and ultimately your future. Nothing is out of your reach, and now you have the ISU family firmly behind you. Good luck and Astra Vocant. Thank you.
Wow, such a wonderful, wonderful summary, Zandria. Very, very well done. Well, you mentioned about, the weddings and newborns during these 5 weeks. And it really reminds, of that, as ISU is really part of, life, the SHSSP. And it hopefully stays as part of your life from this point on. So it's really great to hear that you enjoy the program as much as we planned. We enjoyed it, as we planned it. So now we will take a short break from speeches here and a little bit, look back into the program, especially for the people who are watching us online but have not been part of the program, at least for the full 5 weeks. So as I already mentioned at the beginning, it was not only the academic activities that we put into this curriculum, but it was also a lot of, socials, both synchronously and asynchronously, that we have put into our timeline to, a little bit push our participants to stand up, get away from their computers and, have fun all together as a team. So, well, as Zandria said, whatever happens in a habitat stays in the habitat. But if I may, we'll just make a little, side bypass there, because our wonderful Capcom Izzy prepared a little compilation of some of the things actually happened in these habitats. So if you don't mind, Zandria and the entire class, we would like to also share some of these moments with our audience watching us today. So with that, let's sit back in our chairs and watch a little compilation of what we call the habitat challenges of SHSSP21. Okay, so excellent work all, excellent work Izzy. So with the participants, obviously we will share this video. But once again, I mean, you know, all the academic activities, we learn a lot, but basically after 10 years, you know, having some fun is really what we remember. So thank you very much everyone for really, you know, being with us on these all extracurricular activities. Okay, so moving on to the final section of today's closing ceremony. 5 weeks ago, as you may remember, or maybe it's already feeling like the last century, we had asked our participants to, you know, go in front of their screens and tell us what are their, you know, expectations, or what do they expect to have in the upcoming 5 weeks. Well, now we are there. We have reached to the finish line, and now it's time to hear back whether they feel still the same, or what basically their reflections are from the last 5 weeks. To run this particular session, I would like to now invite, and I'll pass the floor to our co-director, A.D. James, who is currently at the University of South Australia. So A.D., it's over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wow, yeah, 5 weeks over already. And this is, I apologize to Marnie at the moment, this is an unusual graduation ceremony for UniSA, slightly echoey. So, yes, a slightly unusual graduation ceremony. And that's why we're here really. I get to do the boring formal bit at the end. We've had all the fun bit. But it is with great pleasure and joy, because they've been a wonderful cohort. It's a great pleasure and joy to present to you Juan and Marnie, the graduating class of SHSSP21. So we will begin. Robert Alon, congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, and so glad to be able to take part. So far away from you guys, but I definitely hope to meet you in person.
Cool, thank you, Robert. Next, Yara Alja-Allah.
Thank you so much. It was an unforgettable experience. I would like to thank the ISU staff and the UniSA staff for their guidance, support, and their direction throughout the program. And to the participant, you truly made this journey so special. I'm so happy our paths crossed.
Thank you very much, Yara. Now next is Kaya Antlay.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. It was really great to be here with all of you, and I'm really grateful for this learning opportunity, and hopefully we can stay all in touch. Thank you.
Thank you. Michael Burnside.
Thanks, Adi, and thank you to all the UniSA staff and ISU staff. A big thank you to the teaching assistants as well, who have been up at all hours of all days to support us. They've been incredible. And a huge thank you from me to all of my fellow participants. This thing would not have been the same without you, and I feel like I've really gained 32 wonderful friends that I hope to stay in touch with, and I can't wait to see where your space journeys take you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Olivia Durda.
Thank you to everyone for this program. I'm so grateful to call you all my friends now. I'm really thankful to all the support team behind the scenes. You made the program just amazing and definitely so interesting. Thank you to all the lecturers, and yeah, I'm very, very happy that I was able to participate and be part of this journey. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations, Olivia. Miguel Diaz Montiel. Is Miguel there? Okay, we shall move on. Zandria Farrell.
Thank you. My sentiments were expressed just previously, but it's been so amazing to go on this space journey with all of you, staff, students, everyone involved. It's been amazing, and I really look forward to hopefully being able to meet you all in person and seeing where this opportunity leads us. So thank you.
Congratulations, Andrea. And you can meet me in person on Monday because I'm going into work.
Look forward to it.
Adele Gamorano.
Hi, every experience gains in this program really enriched me, and each one really inspired me. So thank you so much. Special thanks to the lecturers, to my coach, mentors, all the university staff for creating such a welcoming and really inclusive environment. And you can feel that, and it's absolutely amazing. Just thank you so much for taking me with your family. I'm really proud to be part of this family, and I agree with Jay too. This is not the end, but the beginning of a wonderful journey, because we will continue to be in touch. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Congratulations, Adele. Christian Gonzalez Guerrero.
Thank you very much. This has been an incredible experience. All of it. Thank you very much to all the people that made this possible. And special thanks to all my SHSS peers. I believe I feel so many bounds now. I didn't expect this in just 5 weeks. So thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations, Christian. Helen Hale.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. Thank you. I feel humbled to be here and lucky. Thank you for this opportunity. And thank you for everyone who accepted me in here. And I would like to thank as well my mom, my friends from Caribbean, Middle East, Africa. They're cheering me in here. They're watching me on YouTube. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I hope I added value in your life as much as you added value in my life. Thank you.
You certainly did. Congratulations, Helen. Thank you. Isabella Hattie.
Thanks, Sadie. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to thank, the ISU staff and, Uni SA staff as well. I truly feel like I've gone through a lot of self-development as well, and that's just thanks to everyone involved. And I'm really excited to sort of keep moving forward with everyone too. So,
Congratulations, Bella. Thank you. Nicola Higgins.
Thanks, Addie. I'd like to thank everyone that's been involved in making this course possible, because I've had such an amazing time and met so many amazing people. Like, I cannot wait to meet some of you in person, and hopefully I can get to meet the European crew that I got to be a part of as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Nicola. Congratulations. Travis Holland.
I just want to say everyone has been extraordinarily welcoming to someone like me who's from well outside the space industry, and beyond that, see you on the moon.
Congratulations, Travis. Thank you. Jamaica Alte.
SHSSP21 is a very meaningful experience for me. I learned a lot, not only from the lecturers, mentors, coach, but also from my peers. And thank you so much to the very competent and accommodating ISU and UniSA staff, faculty, TAs, and CAPCO.
Thank you very much, Jamaica, and congratulations for this and the other event that happened during the program. Sylvester Kazmarek.
I want to say thank you very much for everything. It was really great, lots of great fun and knowledge as well. And I do hope we'll meet in person. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sylvester. Congratulations. Rebecca Custer.
Yeah, we expected to learn, and I think learn we did, but I was
surprised at the wonderful space culture that the course exposed us to. And thank you to all the staff for the logistical juggling across 2 different time zones. I can't imagine what that would have taken, and the in-person juggling, 80. And most of all, to all of the participants, Izzy told us that it was compulsory to have fun, so fun we had.
Thank you, Rebecca. Congratulations. Yuli L'Espagnol.
Thank you to everyone for this great adventure inside space. I'm really happy to have started my space journey with you all, and I'm looking forward to meet you, everyone in person, maybe one day, hopefully.
Thank you very much, Julia. Congratulations. Nissa Lonsdale.
I just wanted to say thank you. Each of you have truly inspired me. I look forward to meeting you all in person one day, and I'm so excited to see the amazing things that each of you will go on to do next.
Thank you, Nissa. Congratulations. Stefano Marinacci. Oh, you're muted, Stefano. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay, so thank you for the experience. So I'm very grateful to have met you all. This experience was very intense and formative, more than expected, I would say. And with our great engagement, it really hit the mark of my expectation. So I really appreciate the effort that everyone put in organizing these activities. And it was a real pleasure to spend last few weeks with so heterogeneous group. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stefano. Congratulations. Andrew McGarry.
Thanks, Sadie. Is this at my end or somewhere else? Okay, here we go. Now. Thanks, Sadie. Yeah, thanks, Sadie. So I'd written a speech for this, but you know, things can go wrong in space, so let's just go off the cuff. Thanks to my sponsors, thanks to all the amazing staff at ISU and everywhere around the world that have made this possible despite the challenges we faced at this time. I'm so happy to have met everyone in the class. What an amazing bunch of people. I cannot wait until the day when we can actually get together in person, share some beverages, relive the memories, and talk about how we're going to change the future. I came into this class as the oldest student. I thought I'd be struggling to keep up, and I'm truly honored that I was elected as one of the co-class representatives together with Sammy Rains. So we got you covered from both hemispheres, everyone. We're going to keep in touch. We're going to continue to have a lot of fun together and enjoy the ride. And don't forget, Moonlings and you Martian people, you all came from this wonderful place originally. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Andrew. I'm hoping Safwan is still here. So Safwan Najjar, are you still here for one more second? I think I just saw a message that we lost him. No, I saw a message that he had to go. Well, congratulations to Safwan when you watch the video. Lorenzo Nardi.
Thank you, Eddie. Thanks, everybody, for this awesome experience. I learned a lot from ISU, from all my fellow participants. I will never forget you, and just keep in touch, and let's try to meet all together in person. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Congratulations. Samantha Page.
Hi, I'd like to confirm Sandria's beautiful speech that there has definitely been some tears, especially in the like I felt out of my comfort zone for a lot of the course, and Can everyone hear me okay? And yeah, the exponential growth of learning, especially in this last week. And I've learned so much from the participants. It's been amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Samantha. Congratulations. Toby Rady.
Thanks, Adi. This has been a once-in-a-lifetime learning opportunity, and I'm so grateful to be involved. So special thanks to the ISU faculty and staff for keeping everything running smoothly, and I look forward to staying in touch with all my new friends and colleagues from all across the world. Thanks.
Thank you. Congratulations. Sammy Rains.
Thanks, Adi. Thank you to everyone. I think the past 5 weeks have been incredible. And as everyone knows, I've been having a whale of a time over here. I've obviously enjoyed it so much. I think we all started as like a scattered spacecraft, and we've come together and we're leaving as one big space family. So yay, I'm so glad to have you all as my space fam going forward. And I definitely think class reunion from space when I finally make it to be an astronaut, hopefully on the moon, but and thank you for nominating me as your class rep. But thanks to all the staff and everyone at ISU as well.
Excellent, thank you very much, and congratulations. Siddharth Rajput.
Hi, thanks, Eddie. What an intensive 5 weeks, wow. Thanks, I really didn't anticipate it to be this intense, very intense. Especially trying to juggle with a full-time job in the hospital. I've been up quite late. Everyone, thanks at ISU, director, academic coordinators, allowed me the flexibility to attend in 2 time zones, really good. Sir Ross and Keith Smith Fund for sponsoring me. It was great. Can't wait to meet everybody in person. And big shout out to Moonlinks.
Thanks, Siddharth. Congratulations. Ryan Roberts.
Thanks, Adi. Yeah, it's been a fantastic experience, and I just want to thank my fellow participants and all the course staff and everyone that was involved in the delivery. And anyone out there that might be listening, if you have the opportunity to do this program in the future, definitely do it. It's amazing.
Thank you very much, Ryan. I like the shout out at the end. Kaylin Rowleader.
Hello, everyone. Hi. I'm calling in from out on the street because the fire alarm's gone off in my building and they've emptied everyone out. So, yes, fantastic 5 weeks with everyone. It was great meeting you all, and I really had a blast. And to anyone who's listening and hasn't done the course, highly recommend. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you very much, Kaden. Congratulations. Nipuni Silva.
Hi. So I came into this program very much excited about the learning and meeting the people, but it was so much more than that. I won't forget this. I don't want to forget this, and I wish it actually wasn't ending. But thank you for ISU and Uni South Australia for letting me be a part of this. To this amazing cohort, let our journeys begin. And to my amazing Martians, you are an incredible, incredible group of people. Thank you.
Thank you, Nipuni. Congratulations. Zoe Silverstone.
Hi, thanks so much to all the staff, the mentors, to my coach, everybody involved. You're all so enthusiastic and welcoming. It's just been amazing. I expected to learn some stuff about space, but I got so much more than I expected, as everyone else has said. Learned a lot about myself and different ways of doing things. Yeah, as Andy said, I'm more of a writer than a speaker. But yeah, no, it's been amazing, and it's really reinvigorated my desire to study and learn and to get more involved in space. So really looking forward to next steps, and I'm sure this is going to change the direction of my life. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Zoe. Congratulations. Darshan Sridharan.
Thanks, Sadie. Yeah, I tried to work out what to say, but I couldn't really figure out something. So the way I've kind of perceived the last few weeks, it's kind of like the Perseverance journey. Now that it's landed and on Mars, it's not really the end of this program. It's really just the start of where all of our futures go. So pretty excited.
Thank you very much, Dash. Congratulations. Zoe Townsend.
I can only but echo the same sentiments as everyone else and thank the organizing team, the mentors, the coaches, all the lecturers. And I say a thank you to all the other participants and to also warn them to get the kettle on, because when COVID stops, I'm coming for an ISU tour.
Excellent. Congratulations, Zoe. And last but not least, Emily White.
Thanks, Adi. The downside of being at the end of the alphabet is that I don't think there's much else that I can add. So I'd just like to echo the sentiments of my classmates and thank everyone that's been involved in making this program what it is, and also to thank SmartSat CRC for sponsoring me to participate. And I look forward to staying in touch with you all and seeing where everyone goes. So thanks again.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And if you'd all like to open up your microphones and join me in congratulating the SHSSP class of 2021. Well done.
Woo!
Bravo!
We did it!
Excellent. Now,
thanks to Earth, of course. Thanks to Earth.
Right. And now I'm handing you back to G2.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adi. Thank you very much, everyone, for your nice comments. So, well, on behalf of probably everyone, I would like to also once again acknowledge all the program staff. Let me count, actually, our academic coordinator, Alex, our 2 Capcoms, our 12 teaching associates, our mentorship officer, our 5 people IT team, our logistics team, both at ISU and UniSA, our 2 librarians, again, on 2 sides, our external relations team, but also, before starting the program, our admissions team and our finance team. So it has been a very, good group effort here, teamwork here. So without, of course, their support, nothing would have been possible. In particular, I would like to have a big shout out to all the TAs and officers that we had. They really voluntarily, be part of this program. And really make it look easy, right? Okay, so thank you, everyone. And also for all the experts, as we mentioned, who joined us, again, almost on a voluntary basis and spent more than the time asked. We asked from them to have, Q&A and additional discussions. So without your support, we would never be here where we are today. So last but not least, this, of course, program would not be possible without the support of many groups and organizations, and in particular, these scholarships, as you know, are a critical component of graduate education. So, and we are fortunate here to have a number of generous benefactors. I would like to acknowledge them here before we close the session. So, our sponsorships or scholarships providers include the Lockheed Martin Corporation, the 10 to the 9th Plus Foundation, the ATF Press, European Space Agency, Government of South Australia, Italian Space Agency, Sir Ross and Sir Kenneth Smith Fund, Stitching Space Professionals Foundation, SSPF, Australian Space Agency, CNES, the French Space Agency, IBM, Italian Air Force, KPMG Australia, Lafarge-Holcim, Philippines Space Agency, Saudi Space Commission, and SmartSat CRC. With that, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, it's now time for me to declare, in a way, the Southern Hemisphere Space Studies program.
So thank you very much, everyone. And I hope you had a wonderful time.